The Pentagon had two buttons, stealth or shock. They pressed shock. 12 F-15E Strike Eagles lifted with GBU-39s and electronic warfare pods, chosen over the F-22 on purpose. Why would commanders reject the world's stealth icon for a loud, visible deep strike?
I don't think we're going to necessarily ask for a declaration of war. I think we're just going to kill people that are bringing drugs into our country. Okay? We're going to kill them.
To bolster President Trump's efforts to destroy all boats allegedly carrying illegal and deadly narcotics marked for the United States. Meanwhile, the Pentagon confirmed the U.S. military destroyed a Tren de Aragua boat in the Caribbean. A stern warning to the drug cartels during a roundtable meeting with the Homeland Security Task Force on Thursday. He will kill you. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth has ordered the USS Gerald Ford and its strike group to the waters off of South America.
In the next minutes, you'll see how range, payload, and political messaging turned an bold airframe into the perfect hammer, and why visibility, not invisibility, was the real weapon. Comment your choice below, Raptor or Eagle, and watch the evidence. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
In August, the Justice Department announced it was offering a $50 million reward, leading to the arrest and conviction of Maduro on drug trafficking charges. Joining me now with more on President Trump's battle with drug traffickers from Mexico and Venezuela that was suspected of trafficking illegal narcotics into America. It marks the 10th strike on suspected drug boats since September, as Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro is now pleading with the United States not to engage in what he is calling, quote, a crazy war.
Everybody knows Maduro is the head of the biggest cartel, drug cartel, Cartel of the Suns, also the head of the Tren de Aragua.
You expected a ghost to lead. Instead, a sledgehammer taxied out. Planners traded silence for spectacle because the target demanded proof, not whispers. The mission lived in deep jungle, under heavy canopy, with concrete nodes stitched to tunnels and pipes. The brief called for minimal warning and near simultaneous kills across separate buildings, fuel runs, and buried shafts. That means one pass, many effects, no second chance. Stealth gets you in. Payload wins the hour. The Raptor brings survivability and low observable ingress, but the fight here needed massed effects, heavy ordnance options.
A criminal network that has committed crimes in the US and Canada, up down to Argentina and Chile. It's all run by Maduro. He has been destroying the lives of millions of Venezuelan people.
What do you think should be done about this? Do you agree with President Trump's tact to just blow up these boats as they approach America?
And turn our country into the safe haven for Russian, Iranian forces, Cuban agents, Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Colombian guerrilla to operate freely for 26 years.
And long legs without a tanker parade tracing a line on a radar scope. The Eagle could carry the message and the bombs. Each F-15E rolled with 2 racks of GBU-39 small-diameter bombs, light per weapon but lethal by count. Backed by electronic warfare pods, that loadout let crews assign distinct aim points across the compound, stack fuses for delayed punch, and service hard and soft targets in one run. Range and dwell mattered more than glamour. Terrain following ingress along ridgelines kept altitude low and signatures scattered, while internal fuel and balanced payload let the flight push deep, hit on time, and leave clean without broadcasting a tanker orbit. Crossing the line with Eagles also spoke on purpose. A visible strike telegraphed intent, capacity, and the will to repeat. That pressure doesn't whisper, it lingers over boardrooms and radio nets, where leaders weigh risk against revenue. Precision rode on intel, not stealth alone. AU-2 at high altitude marked faint thermal seams under canopy. Ground sensors and a comms crack refined building-level geometry, vent stacks, generator housings, and suspected shafts into named aim points for each SDB. Electronic warfare made a small force seem large. Jamming seeded phantom returns, buying seconds for GPS lock windows and synchronizing time on target so the sight felt one hand, not many fingers. A Raptor could sneak and kill. An Eagle could kill and be seen killing. In one pass, 24 SDBs caved bunkers, ruptured tanks, and dropped tunnels. Now see how that intel stack turned a green blur into a grid, and how being seen became the blade. How do you find a cold lab under jungle canopy without tipping your hand? You don't hunt the buildings. You hunt the habits. Months of ISR drew a pulse map. High flyers traced faint thermal lines where buried pipes bled heat. Power draw wobbled off the grid at odd hours. Trucks fed the site on a drumbeat, light, then heavy, then quiet. Layer those threads, and you get a living schedule, not a dot on a map. The lab pushed back. Canopy masked roof signatures. Concrete nodes hid control rooms. Pipes ran underground. Radios stayed encrypted, short and sparse, enough to move guards, not enough to show a plan. The break came from metadata, not a lucky intercept. Call length, handset churn, and repeat geos flagged the shift change. Fuel drops spiked right before production runs. A crack in the comms stack turned the targeting loop from days to minutes. Windows opened, the plan tightened. Crews received a blueprint, not a blob. Building geometry. Vent stacks. Generator housings. Suspect shafts. Each F-15E held an aimpoint stack that paired fuse timing to structure type, so every SDB had a job and a sequence. Ingress was a clock. 12 F-15Es rode terrain until the border, then split timing by seconds so impacts landed as one event. Electronic attack seeded lookalike ghosts on radar, cluttering displays, and buying clean GPS lock in the glide. The physics favored order. First wave cut the site's blood, storage tanks and fuel lines, to deny firefighting and push overpressure through rooms and ducts. Second wave hit the bones, reinforced nodes and tunnel mouths, to seal exits and trap heat. Then the head came off. Generators failed. Comms hubs ruptured. Sensors went black. With power gone, leaders lost the map and the net at the same moment. In roughly 5 seconds of cascading blasts, production died and the tunnels shut. Operationally precise. Strategically loud. The lab was gone, but the sky kept talking, deterrence by daylight, even at midnight. Range carried the message. Payload sealed it. Visibility made it stick. The platform mattered because it could do all three at once: strike deep, hit hard, and be seen doing it. That's force projection as a single weapon system. Strategic signaling wasn't a byproduct, it was the plan. A long-legged jet with heavy ordnance and obvious presence turned destruction into deterrence, a hammer and a headline in the same pass. Comment your choice below, Raptor or Eagle, and if you want deeper breakdowns like this, subscribe now. Deterrence isn't quiet, sometimes it has to echo. Subscribe and join a community that seeks to understand the realities of modern conflict.